Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Looking for Love, a conversation between a Generation X woman and a Generation X man. We are trying to bridge the gap to figure out where the miss is in Generation X love because we are not making it as a generation. But we're here to figure it out. And I encourage, my name's Trey Kearney. I'm a certified life and relationship coach. And this is my co host,
Lamar Hall,
businessman,
businessman, sales, and entrepreneur.
businessman, entrepreneur. Yes. So this is what we ask you to do when we have a question or a comment or a conversation. We ask you to listen to Lamar from the male perspective, ladies, and just listen, take notes, and understand. Not look for a rebuttal, not look to argue, but to listen to learn, and vice versa for the men. When I'm speaking for the women, I want you to just listen, take notes, and understand that we're speaking from the female and the male perspective, from being around people, our experiences, and just talks what women have when men aren't around, and when men talk when women are around. So let's just take notes and learn from each other. So how was your week, Lamar, so far? Hump day?
One day. Hump day. It's the weather's horrible here today. So
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's supposed to rain for the next couple of days. So
Oh no, we got great hot weather here.
it was hot last week.
Oh, great hot weather. So my week was good. We're gonna get straight to this.
Let's
If
go.
you guys have any comments, thoughts, or reactions in the comment section, we would love to read your comments and love to answer your questions if you have any. So what we do is we answer our viewer questions who send us in questions, and we give them advice that they ask for, or we just simply give our opinion or not, or we just look at them like they crazy. But either way, we work through it. So we're gonna get started tonight. So let me get my glasses because you know I can't see without my glasses. Hey Kim. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see y'all coming in. Hey, Bernice. Be nice. I'm sorry, Miss B. Welcome, welcome. So let's go to my sister has the nerve to be dating my ex after everything he put me and my daughter through. She's telling me he's a different person. And if I really don't want him anymore, why won't I just give them my blessing? I have cut both of them off and I stay away from family functions. The problem is he gets our 12-year-old daughter, and now he wants to bring my sister into the picture. How do I even explain this mess to my child? I asked her to leave him alone, and if she doesn't and brings this mess around my daughter, I'm done with her completely. By the way, this is killing my mom. How should we handle this?
It's pretty messy. They have a child together too, so that's kind of an unwritten thing with friends. I can't even imagine it with a family member.
Right.
It's kind of like an unwritten type of thing. So and unfortunately, she cannot control other grown people. You're only responsible for yourself in this situation, and you sound like you've put in the barriers to move on with your life, and that's really all you can do at that point.
Right. I would say that's your sister and she wrong. Number one, dead wrong. We had a saying back in the day, once you pick one of us, that's it for you. You don't get to do the whole crew. We were like, oh no, because guys, if one person reject them, they'll
Yeah. In that scenario. So, I always, if they were together in a relationship, he's been around, it's like, you've been looking or, that's it's just too much. It's just too much.
Yeah, that's it. One thing I would do too, is I would sit down with our mom and have a conversation about how this is actually affecting the family dynamic and what this looks like. Because she's not coming around the family anymore because she doesn't want to be involved in any of this. And then it's going to affect the daughter because I'm sure, how do you explain that to your child? Like,
how do you,
12-year-old child,
they can't process that.
Right. And then without your child thinking that's normal, down the line. And for the sister who's doing it, sisters are forever. Ninjas come a dime a dozen. Like, if you already know, she said you already know what he put me through.
Right.
And you talking about he changed how? If he changed, he wouldn't be messing with you.
Yeah,
he ain't no good. He messy. Because if he changed.
Focus on yourself, mama. You can only control yourself and just work on you, and like I said, sit down with your mom and say, look, this is my stance on it. This is how I feel. I'm not trying to change nobody. It is not right, but I can't change it. So let's move on.
Tell your mom, like, Mom, if this is what's gonna go down, I'm not gonna be coming around. So let's see how we can resolve this amongst ourselves in order for this to be a happy medium. And I would never do that to my sister. That's all I got to say. But
I wouldn't do that to my friend.
Me either. Like, no, that girls, we have rules. Like, you don't mess with my ex. You don't do nothing with my ex. You don't even talk to my ex. You broke up with all of this.
You know what? When I went through my divorce, though, and I'm not saying I was right to ask her, but you get family members and stuff like that, and you go like, it's just a simple loyalty test.
Right.
And I wasn't telling people to leave my ex-wife alone because they had built friendships for over 25 years. But what I was asking was, take a break, just fall back for a little bit. Let us work through this emotional part of this relationship. And then once her and I are on a good term, then you guys can resume your friendship. I had a lot of family members, a lot of family members tell me, shut the hell up. You can't pick my friends. And I was like, okay, you got it. So, I like I'm telling this, I just stopped dealing with those family members.
Right.
So.
Right. And that is like, it's like, just give us time for it not to be a reminder on a regular basis. We just trying to part ways. Correct. And as long as you still bringing her around or you still talking to her, then I got to think about it. And I'm not trying to think about her. I'm just trying to heal, because during the healing process, we have to learn as family and friends that when people break up, we have to give space for those people to heal. Even, give me space and give her space, give us both space. Right. Or just back off. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. My name is Trey Kearney.
I'm Lamar Hall.
And we're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network, baby. And it's growing. The New You Nation Network, baby. Come through. Thank you to everybody who subscribed from watching us. We appreciate you so much. You. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Okay, we're going to go to the next question. I love you, Lamar.
I love you too. I ain't had no edible. I had my edible today too, so I'm good.
You ain't had your edible?
I'm in a good mood now.
You're on your best behavior.
I'm on my best behavior today.
Yes. So my wife cheated on me several times, so I left. I recently found out she's been cheating our whole marriage. We have twin 13-year-old sons, and I want a DNA test. She swears they are mine, but refuses the test. Says she's insulted and has nothing to prove to me. However, I pay a hefty amount in child support. Should I take her to court?
Yeah. Yeah. But he don't need their permission to get a DNA test. They have those kits. I mean, shit, just get them, swab it in their mouth and send it off.
Yeah, like,
you don't need to go to court. You don't need to go to court and do all that.
Well, I mean, once he finds out the results.
Yeah. Once you get the results, but I mean, the initial, if you want to find out if they're your boys, you don't have to go to court for that. Just
go pick them up. They 13.
Go pick them up and stick a toothbrush in their mouth.
Just take them to get the test done. You don't care. I would definitely. This is what I think, and you tell me what you think about this, because I think that DNA tests should be mandatory in the hospital now. At this point, we see so many men that have been paying for child support only to find out when the kid is 17 that it ain't your kid, or 13, or you've been paying child. It ain't even your kid. I just think that at this point, and I know some women don't have a problem with me, but I don't care. But I just think every man, you should get a DNA test, whether you're married. This man said we've been married. My wife cheated on me several times. I left, and I found out she'd been cheating the whole marriage. Like, everybody should have a DNA test.
I agree. Especially because if you put your name on that birth certificate, whether or not you responsible.
Yes.
So before I signed my name to any of that,
right.
So this day and age, 26 years ago, my daughter, I didn't really feel that way, but some of these ladies today,
Nowadays, you definitely need to get a DNA test before you sign that birth certificate, because even if he is not the father, he is going to have to fight like hell to stop that child support,
Yeah.
because they're going to tell him, you signed the birth certificate, it's your responsibility, because child support is a money making thing for the system.
Right.
So they don't want us to take men off child support because the system gets money. And I think that a lot of women don't understand that. And I know for some of us it's necessary because people don't take care of their kids. But I took my son's father off child support. I said, as long as you're responsible, like, we don't need the court to tell us what to do. We went to court because we were having a hard time communicating. But now that we're here, he asked me to. And I was like, you gonna give me money for him every week? And he was like, absolutely. I said, okay.
I mean, if you can be adult, I think child support gets used in a way that when the relationship can't be amicable. So,
right.
And I'm not saying all, but in most cases, it's one of those things, like you said, if you're being a deadbeat, yeah, you're going to do that. But if two people are, grown and they can talk things through, then you can come up with some type of agreement.
Right. So, and I just think, again, for this one, brother, yeah, you don't need to go to court unless she's not letting you see your kids. Now, that's a whole different story. But you could just take them to, they 13, when you got them for the weekend or whenever you get them.
Okay.
Order the kid online. All you got to do is swab. You mail it back to them.
You only need one. You got twins. You only need one of them.
One of them, right.
One of them.
They'll mail it back. You 99.99 or you not.
No, you're not.
The father, because it ain't no in between. So I would say definitely get them boys swabbed.
Get your tests.
Yeah, because if she been cheating the whole,
says a lot about him as a man too. So it's just like you gotta. If a woman is cheating on a man multiple times, that means she does not have respect for you. She don't respect you, dog. So he needs to really look at himself as a man. So as he going into his next relationship, he can correct some whatever the behaviors are. Because women don't normally cheat like that. They don't. They did. Y'all not built. Y'all not built like us.
Let me tell you something. Okay, you speak for men because you're a man.
Hmm?
For women,
okay, I'm just saying. Listen, most women that I've dealt with, and I'm saying most women are not. When they cheat because, like you said, they are looking at their man a certain way. They don't respect him. They're disgusted. This and that. Women just don't. Yeah, and again, not all. Some. Most women are not built like that. They don't want to run their body count up. They don't want to be like that. So there's a percentage of y'all that don't care, but I'll say the majority of y'all do care.
He might have got one of them that don't care.
Exactly. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. So he has to look at either what type of woman he's attracted to, or what kind of man he is, or some type of energy that he's giving off that this woman was like, I'm going to cheat on you. Not once, but multiple times.
Right.
That's male behavior. That's not female behavior.
Right. Well, she might have. Was she cheating before y'all got married? Like, because these behaviors, if it's a person that's a serial cheater, these behaviors just don't show up. These behaviors were happening before y'all got together. Because for me, like I say all the time, cheating is a symptom in a marriage of a bigger problem, right?
Right.
So if you got a multiple cheat, I don't know if she was cheating with the same man. So that's a whole problem.
It sounds like it the way he sounds like she was for the streets. Shit. I'm like, damn. That's a slap in the face. I mean,
how do men deal with cheating? Like, is it like
we don't. I mean, it's not. We don't deal with it well, and then we'll dish it out more than we can take it. That's the narrative, but it's tough. That's why when it happens, man, that's a blow to you. It is a blow because it's a clear indication, because men and women cheat for different reasons.
Right.
Men are cheating just to conquer. Like how many there's no emotion. You'd be like, I don't care about her. Women, when they cheat, they care. They like the guy. So.
So when men get cheated on, just for context of what we're talking about, like women process, we cry, we mourn, we Do men go through the same process as women? Do y'all cry or you're hurt?
I think you'll be disappointed. I think your mind's going to race on a lot of different things. Obviously it's going to be sexual, because I think I saw a meme the other day when women cheat, the first question we ask, did you suck his dick? Yeah, that's the first thing we're going to ask, so hell yeah. I'm not going to ask it. I mean, but
why is that the first question that men would ask?
Because we are all about performance and size and stuff. That matters to us. We're competitive. So yeah, we don't want to see our girl, get done by somebody else. And then if it's better than us, so that's an ego blow.
Wow. So, how do y'all get past it though? How do y'all heal from, does it scar you for?
I don't think, I would say majority of men, they leave.
Right. But does it scar you for your next relationship? Does it affect your next relationship?
Yeah, in some cases. I mean, my first relationship that I left my ex-wife for, she cheated on me, and I didn't have proof, but it felt like it. So, you done with them and you move on. I mean, you just kind of it sucks, but that was just, for me, it was more of the indication that it was time to move on. It was time for us to let it go, because there was a lot of other things that were leading up to it as well. So it's you just say, it is what it is. I mean, I've cheated on women before too. So, I mean, I can't cry when I've done the same thing. So, it's just, you gotta put your big boy pants on and deal with it. So
did it affect your relationship moving on with your wife? Like when you went into the relationship with your wife, did you have was you skeptical of women, or were you just that was her?
What, me cheating on my wife?
No, the woman that cheated on you.
On me? Nah, I mean, she was young. I mean, I didn't hold it against her. I mean, she was young. I mean, she was 26.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You just kind of behavior am I expecting?
Right, 26-year-old. Yeah, I mean, that's what you can expect. So that's why we don't want to mess with the youngins. So
there you go.
If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Become part of the family. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. If you have any comments, put it in the comments so we can read your questions and your comments. My name's Trey Kearney, and this is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
And we're going to go to our next question. Let's see what's going on. My husband lost his job a year and a half ago. His savings ran out about 6 months ago, and I've been footing all the bills. I'm tired, and I've lost all respect for him. I asked him for a separation until he gets back on his feet. He said if he leaves the home, it's for good. He said for the last 11 years, he paid the majority of the bills, which is true, but he doesn't get a pat on the back for what he's supposed to do. I feel like he's being unreasonable. What do you guys think?
Clearly, his line of work must be something difficult for him to roll into something. As a man, it is very difficult for a man that is provided for his family to be sitting for a year and a half. So I would ask of her, if he's held it down for 11 years, be patient with him. If you know that his job is difficult to find, let's say he's a CFO or something like that, those jobs they take time, So I don't know what his career is. I'm just assuming if it's an executive or that type of level position where he's looking, then yeah, if the life was good for the 11 years, you should hold it down. He's looking, and now he's looking at you like, are you really down with this program? Because when times get tough, you ready to bounce.
Yes.
So it's like this is your time to solidify with your husband that you are down with him and you love him by being able to take care of this. Take some of the responsibility that he's done for 11 years. I mean, come on, it ain't that hard. I mean, help him out a little bit.
Right. And I agree with him that if I leave, I ain't coming back. If you ask me for a separation, you need to understand this is going to be a permanent separation, because I'm not coming back to you. I can't even trust you to have my back. Like, why would you even ask him for a separation to say, I want to separate from you until you get on your feet? So actually you're using him.
Right.
Because he's no good to you if he's not paying the bills. Like, I don't think that that's a healthy relationship, one, because it sounds like to me you got into it because this person could take care of all of the bills. And now that whatever happened, a year and a half is not a long time for a person not to have a job or for you to help him. She said his savings ran out 6 months ago.
So he must have had a good ass job to have a year's worth of money put away. That's what I'm saying. His job sounds like it's a higher than average job that it takes time to find those types of jobs.
So you only been footing the bill for 6 months. Like you wasn't footing the bill for a year and a half. You said his savings ran out 6 months ago and you've been footing the bill. Like this is where we have to have conversation. Again, we always talk about the pre-conversation before the commitment. These are the conversations we have to have about money. Like if I lose my leg, what we doing here? Because he very well could have lost a leg or got hurt or couldn't work anymore. Right. So when we go into relationships, when it's something that is beyond our control, and like you said, if it's a job like he's an engineer or he just can't go get some regular old job because it sounds like he got to maintain a lot with you, number one.
Right.
So these are the conversations just that we need to have when we are dating to say, what does it look like if I lost my job? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would that be for you? Or what does it look like if I get ED, erectile dysfunction, or we just really got to have some serious conversations because I would never want, I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to a man that been riding with me and paying for everything for 11 years. I got your back, buddy.
She has truly fumbled this situation. So she could have, that man would have loved her to death if she had held it down. Now you've created doubt in the marriage because men understand we are only loved through a condition that we provide and we secure a lifestyle for a woman. Only people that are loved unconditionally are women, kids, and pets.
Well, that's not true for all of us.
No, men, if a man ain't bringing nothing to the table, it's hard for him to find somebody to love him.
Right, now, but I mean, that's not totally true. It's just a level of nobody wants a man that they got to take care of. Like everybody should be able to take care of themselves.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So a man is only valuable in this society that he's pending that he brings something to the table. If he doesn't bring anything to the table, he will not get the love and respect that he is looking for.
But I feel like that about any adult. Like every adult should be.
But men aren't built like that. That man with that money, that salary, he took a woman and took care of her. That woman will not do the same thing for him. We clearly are seeing that. So a man is loved with condition that he provides. Every man understands this. Not all of us can do it, but we all understand it. And that's why she has messed up with this man, because he took care of her 11 years and 6 months. You can't hold it down. You probably lost him already. He could go find him a job right now. He's not going to look at you the same.
Wow. He ain't gonna. Well, I wouldn't trust her as far as I could.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's the bubbly feelings or however their marriage was good. She's got work to do. Now, the good thing about it is that if she's listening tonight, she can save it. She can route this and go and say, listen, baby, I'm wrong. I love you. Let's hold this down. Let's make this work. And that will help him, and I don't know. It's just, that's why when men make a lot of money, that's why they act a certain way, because they know it's conditioned. If this money goes, out goes the love, respect, and admiration.
Wow. So happy Men's Health Month, because it's June, it's Men's Health Month. So ladies and gentlemen, let's love on the men. And Dollar said he's right. She was foul on that. Kimba said, I agree, Lamar. Kim said, whatever happened to working together and holding it down for the marriage?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I just think that.
Hey, thank you.
That we have to have these conversations beforehand. Like seriously, like even though we know that men are loved to some degree conditionally, right?
Right.
This is why we have to have conversations about if I lose my job, right? Or if XYZ happens, how would you handle this situation? Because some women are ride or die. Some women are laying next to a bum right now, like
True.
straight bum. Like, yo, I got you, dude. Like, we gonna be a bum together.
Hey, I said, hey, it's true love when both of y'all riding the bus together, holding hands. Hey, I'll be like, hey, you got you a good one there, buddy.
Right. I'm just saying, like, that's why we got to have these real conversations. And you have to be aware of, because women will show you who they are when you're dating them by the level of the purse they want you to buy, by the level of the weave that they wear. I'm telling you, men have to pay attention to say, this person is humble. This person is not a gold digger. Truly, because if a woman is like, I gotta have a Gucci and a Louis and a this and a that, then you already know what you're dealing with. I am, and men be telling me you're a rare breed when I say this, but I don't really like to shop. You give me a wife beater, some jeans, and some regular boots. I'm good. Purses don't rock my world. Like, I'm more into intellectual conversations and chilling out together and really having a good time. Like material things just don't float my boat. And I'm just like, I don't care.
Welcome to the 1%er, woman.
Oh Lord.
You're that small percentage. I mean, I've met a few women that do not care about the materialistic things. Those women tend to be younger. They haven't had experiences, and they think the material things are going to make you happy. I think after you get over the age of 40, 45, you start to really look at situations and look at substance and look at people and go like, it's not about material things. You know,
I've always been this way. I must say that.
That's good.
Me and my ex were really good friends. He's like, you like never been a gold. It was never like shopping and stuff. He'd be like, you want? I'm like, I don't need that. He's like, you don't want? I don't need that. Like a Louis bag, a Coach bag, a Louis bag, a Target bag, all have the same purpose. You got a whole bunch of junk in your purse, your car keys, your phone, your lip gloss. If you want all of that, it's because you want people to see something on it. For me, and I know some bags are nice. There's some bags I see and I buy because I really like the bag, but I really gotta like something. I'm not just buying it because it's trending or people. I'm worried about somebody gonna see I don't have on Yeezys. I don't like Yeezys. I don't care. Like,
I'd say like this. This is your rule of thumb. If you're gonna buy a purse, if you don't have 2 to 3 times that amount in your savings account, you probably shouldn't buy that purse.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
right.
I mean, we get caught up on material things. And then, like I told you, I am at a point where if you guys, like, I love the part of social media where it comes out and it like tell you about index funds and investing and things like that. That's the good part of about that. And I think that more people need to really look into those type of things because the material stuff ain't gonna get it, you know. And there's so many financial secrets that we just haven't been taught, and that's why it blows my mind. Our education system. I have you know, algebra and geometry and trigonometry, and you get out in the real world, and that's nowhere to be used
ever.
So it's like, why are we? But people don't know nothing about credit. They don't know how to invest. They don't know. It's like, why are we using our education system to use it for real life, you know, things?
Hold on for 1 second because I see a comment over here. Hold on for 1 second. Michelle, you're a pick-me, respectfully. No, you're a gold digger, respectfully. Let me just handle you real quick. I could buy any purse that I want. I don't need a man to pick me. Never been a pick-me, never will be a pick-me. People who come in comments and say that you're a pick-me are the pick-me's. Jealousy is it's ugly and it's a disease. And if you don't have anything productive to say in a conversation, you can respectfully go watch somebody else's live, okay? If you don't agree with what I say, that's saying you're a pick-me and saying respectfully after it is disrespectful. Let me tell you one thing. I'm 10% Christian and I'm 90% Christian and 10% Cardi B, right? Don't poke the bear in me because I'll get you and I don't mind getting you. So never been a pick-me. When you come in people's parts and you call people names, it's because that's what you see in you. You can't even buy your own purse. So keep it moving. Bye. Thank you, Tony Silver Bear. Bye. Next, don't ever come and call me nothing when you don't know me.
Hey,
I can buy my own purse, and I got money to put in it.
shots fired.
Yes, Trey, you handled her well, and don't do it drop down. No, I'm not dropping. Let me say this. A lot of times people say don't drop down to people's level. I'm not dropping down to anybody's level. Sometimes you just got to meet people where they are and send them on their way. You know, just sometimes you got to meet people where they at and just be like, go do something else. And Lamar, and Jesus loves you. So we're gonna go to our next.
Hey, keep it moving. Let's go.
We're gonna go to our next question.
Ain't worry about that.
Oh, if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Subscribe. If you have not subscribed, my name is Trey Kearney. I'm a certified life and relationship coach, and this is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
And
I'm a businessman, entrepreneur, a little bit of everything.
And he's humble, so he don't like to tell his business.
No.
He don't like to tell his business. So let's go to the next one. Okay. I reconnected with my ex-wife on some friends with benefits stuff. Now she thinks we're back together and is acting like I need to pick the phone up when she calls or tell her my whereabouts. I don't want to be with her like that. I wasn't going to turn down no good sex, though. We've always had great chemistry in that department, but I don't want her like that. I don't want to hurt her feelings. Our kids are 26 and 28. I don't want to make our situation uncomfortable. I haven't been answering the phone and she's really spazzing out. How should I handle this? I already know I should have never backtracked.
You got to sit down and be a man with her and talk to her. I did the same thing. After about 2 years of being divorced, we started messing around again. We started dating. And I just woke up one day and was like, what am I doing? And it just, you get sucked back into that old comfortable life, you know, and it wasn't her. It wasn't anything against her. It was just comfortability. You know,
You spun the block?
Yeah, a bunch.
Oh.
Yeah. And to the point where I was just like, I had started a new relationship and I was like, I need to stop this. So, and I just didn't want my ex-wife to be able to tell the woman I was dating at the time, be like, hey, we still, you know. So I cut it. I just, you know, and we've been good about 4 or 5 years now. So it helped us because I was getting the same things. I was getting the phone calls. Hey, baby daddy. Hey, this. I was getting all of that type of stuff. And I'm like, why can't we just have sex? You know, it's like, and it wasn't even, and it was like, why am I going back to some shit I left? You know, it's like, I don't understand that, you know? So it was me. It was all me, but that was part of the separation that, you know, you have to go through the healing process. So
absolutely.
Just sit down with them, man, and do not do it again because it's a start over every time.
Yes. And it's the same thing, ladies, with the men. Don't double back and don't be doing it because he be thinking, like some men think now we back in a relationship. And that really is the signal that you're giving because most relationships start like that, Lamar. Most of the time you're kicking it with somebody and then there's unspoken words that we're together because we're starting to see each other more. We're sleeping together. We chilling. Then all of a sudden you're like, well, where you at? And then you don't pick your phone up. You're like, why you ain't pick your phone up? And that is like, I done got back in a rut. So now she think that they're in a relationship, especially when he has 2 grown kids with her, because now when y'all come to birthday parties or christenings or weddings, it's uncomfortable. Now when you bring another woman around.
Oh, he don't know the problem he created until another woman comes around. So, I mean, you know, that's why he needs to cut it and they need to have 6 months or longer of nothing happening so he can be able to stand on, I'm not dealing with you like that anymore. This is our friendship. This is how we're going to interact. And just don't do it again, man. I mean, everybody does it. You mess up. Okay, cool. Just stop. Just stop.
I got a whole baby upstairs for spinning the block.
That's the best one ever.
I got a whole 15-year-old upstairs at 54 from going back to his house. One wrong night.
There you go.
One wrong night is a Malibu. I remember the night clearly.
Don't take
Oh, Lord. Don't spin the block, whatever you do. And if you do, please use a condom. Don't.
Hey,
I'm telling you, I understand because you that one night, like what you doing? Nothing.
And again, I don't mean to be telling too many family members, but I got a family member has 3 kids, spent the block, got the first one, somebody different, number 2, went back and got the third one.
Oh no.
So
No, not 3.
happens.
See, I'm telling you, I'm just saying, don't ever spin the block. And I don't know if they 20, his kids is 28. Well, they still might be able to have kids because my oldest son is 29, 24, and 15.
I mean, a man can get a woman pregnant all the way up to he's in the ground.
Yeah, we see that. What's the guy's name with the baby? I can't think of his name, but he old. He got a young girl, and they got a baby.
I think Robert De Niro is like 80.
Yeah, with a baby.
Yeah, they got a newborn like a 3-year-old. Like what? That's just irresponsible.
You can't even play with that kid. Stop.
That is irresponsible. That is irresponsible at its finest. Before that child is 10 years old, he's gone. So
maybe
he's almost 80 years old now. I mean,
yeah, that's not going to be a lot.
Come on, you be responsible. Go get a vasectomy, dude.
Yes, but maybe the woman he would wanted a baby because
he shouldn't be with that woman. If you 80 years old, if you over 70 and you still messing with young chicks trying to have babies, you tripping.
I mean, why not? I mean, he shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't. But just because you can do it, don't mean do it. This is like that.
For life, though. She said for life. She said life. She did that on purpose.
Yeah, she probably did, but it's like, do you really want to? Now you're a single mom because he not because he left you and then he died. He's old, so now you gotta raise his kid by yourself. Like, y'all gotta do a better job of thinking these things through. Like, what's the process? What is the end game with this? Like, if you're 70 years old and you're with a 30-year-old, why are you trying to have a kid? That don't make no sense to me.
She wanted a kid. I'm pretty sure.
I don't care. You the grown ass man in the room. You be like, baby, this is supposed to just be some fun. We're supposed to be traveling and eating and banging and doing all that. This ain't no family. I'm like, what are we doing?
DeMar, you are wild.
I'm saying, like, man, like we gotta fit. Listen. Your life is gonna go one or two different ways. It's like, do you want this family type of life, or do you want this single bachelor life, or do you want this, I don't know, companion, travel the world together type of life?
Well, the women want to get married.
I don't know, but what I'm saying, why does if you've been married and let's say 10 plus years in your first marriage, why is it imperative that you have to get married again?
Well,
why don't you
married again?
You don't need to.
Well, that's not up to you to decide.
But I'm just
saying, to tell me what to do.
No, between a man over 50, he's not rushing to get married. Only time he gonna marry you is because if he think he gonna lose you. So it's just like,
oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, get in a relationship, be with each other for years, and then see if you want to be married. At this age, we're not kids anymore.
I ain't got that kind of time to waste, honey. If you
want a different thing, you don't want to have fun. You want to get married so you can have fun.
Yes.
You want to have fun after the marriage because
I want to have fun during the court and then all of that. I want to have fun. I'll have fun now. I'm just not giving up the cookies to just anybody no more. Okay? Don't start with me tonight. The last week you was telling me to get an OnlyFans page. Now this week you tell me.
Don't make it seem like that. I like, yeah, you get an OnlyFans page for the trickery. Tricks.
Listen, I was thinking about it, right? I'll get them on some Bible study stuff on OnlyFans. They're gonna pop on there. I'm gonna be like, hey, Jesus loves you.
Yeah, it's like, open up your Bible. We're going to be like, man, give me my money back.
No refunds.
I thought you was busting it open for Jesus.
No refunds. No refunds. God loves you. You came in this OnlyFans. I didn't tell you. I told you it was gonna be special. And if I could get what'd you say? Half of 2% of 15,000 people to come on there.
Yeah.
Listen, I was seriously thinking like,
Be like 7,000 people at $10 a pop a month.
man, don't start up again. Don't start up again.
Hey, listen, that's the allure. I mean, that's these young man. I watch all these different podcasts and these young girls doing all of this stuff. Man, is the money? I mean, I saw a chick. She even she make $350,000 a month on OnlyFans. Now you gotta give a little bit of your soul up, but
oh no, I'm not giving up my soul.
I'm not for you. You ain't gonna be busting it open like that. They doing some wild stuff on there, man. I that's one platform I've never been interested in.
And don't even go there. We don't even want to know what goes on over there.
I dated somebody that had an OnlyFans page.
She did?
Mm-hmm.
And you dated her?
I only dated for 6 weeks though. Once I found out, we're done.
Oh my goodness. Let me see some of the comments. Married to get the man's money. That's all. That's why we not trying to hear it. I ain't trying to marry no man for his money. I'm trying to marry a man for commitment. We gonna grow old together and chill. And I'm gonna take care of him. He gonna take care of me. If anything happened to me, he's gonna be able to speak up for me because we gonna be married. Like marriage is more than a piece of paper at the end of the day. If I'm on life support, I want my husband to be able to say, I'm going to make the decision for her. Like if he's my boyfriend, he don't have no decision. My kids could be like, get out the room. We never liked him and we not having him around. Like it's different things that your spouse gets to make decisions for you when you are not, if you can't do it for yourself, when you're incapable. Like marriage is more than somebody just wanting somebody's money. And when people say women just want men's money, that is a direct sign that you need to heal. Like you really need to heal if that's your mindset that that's all women want, because you think that all women are the same and all women are not the same and neither are all men.
No.
So
there's some good ones. There's some good ones out there.
Yeah,
they're hard to find. It is hard to find on both men and women. They just both hard to find, but it gets easier if you really work on your deal breakers. If you recognize the red flags and, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you should be able to identify those so quick. And then the opposite of that is that you'll be able to see the green flags. And then you don't have to waste all this time.
Right.
It becomes so much easier to date when you know what you need and what you don't need.
Right. And it becomes so much easier when you're looking for somebody who is whole and healed. Like the problem is 2 people get together and one person is toxic and the other person is not. It needs to be 2 people that have worked on themselves, that's happy with themselves and not looking for you to fulfill my needs, my happiness. Like most people come into a relationship, I want you to fix me from how the other person broke me. So I don't need nobody to fix me. I'm whole by myself. Having a companion is a cherry on the top to my life. And most people can't let go when they break up because that person was filling a void.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like my last relationship, it dissolved and I was sad because I liked him, but he wasn't filling no voids. I wasn't looking for no father for my kids. I wasn't looking for my daddy. I didn't need him to pay my bills. So he was a companion of mine. So when we dissolved our relationship, it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm going to die. He's the breath in my lungs. It was like, okay, I was whole by myself and I was eating and sleeping and breathing. Like we need water, we need air, we need Jesus. We don't need each other. We want each other. And when you go into a relationship knowing that I want you, I don't need you because you're not here filling voids, it goes a lot smoother and it's a lot easier to be able to let somebody go. And you don't even think it wasn't even about me. I was like, I'm great. I'm amazing.
I know breakups after 50 are a lot easier. They're a lot easier. I mean, you're just kind of like,
Well, for some people,
no drama. I don't have drama in breakups.
Right. Well, for some people, because I am a relationship coach.
Oh, yeah.
And still women, older women and men are still suffering through breakups. But again, it's because that person was filling a void.
Right.
Like they wasn't whole going into the relationship. So when that person left, whatever that void they were feeling, they unplugged them or took the puzzle piece out. And now you're looking for your daddy again, or he was, a good provider. A woman with a man because he got money. So when he leave, of course you stressing because you ain't got no money for yourself. So
Right.
let's move on.
Right,
So
right.
if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed. If you have a question for us, you can send it to us. You can DM us or you can send it to info@TreyKearney.com, and we'll be glad to read your question and help you out. So again, this is just us and our opinions. This is not professional. We are not therapists or psychologists. You are responsible for your own thoughts and actions. That is our disclaimer. So let's go to the next question. Should we listen to the video or you want to go to the
Let's do the video. Let's do the video.
Let's do the video. Okay. Turn up the video. Start from the beginning. Okay.
Men and women experience trauma differently. When a man experiences trauma and overcomes trauma, he becomes a masculine man. A masculine man is more valuable to a woman. When a woman experiences trauma, the only way she can overcome it is by taking on more masculine traits. So she becomes a more hardened woman for her future man. Because the only way you can overcome trauma, you have to take on masculine traits. You got to be a little bit more non-agreeable. You got to be a little bit more assertive, a little bit more dominant. And inherently, men just view those traits in society. Human beings, we view that as masculine. The more things...
of a good man.
It's not saying that she's not deserving of a good man. 2 minutes earlier.
When you're at my age, you're more cautious.
You even admitted it recently when you said that an older woman like me, I have to be a little bit more cautious. Well, god dang, that's more walls that you have up that I gotta break down because another put you through some stuff that made you put them walls up.
I love it, dude.
But let me say this. That's not true. See, the problem that I have with influencers, relationship influencers and men is you can't tell me how a woman heals, right? We don't heal by becoming more masculine. We heal by becoming more vulnerable.
That's not what he said.
No,
He said the trauma that you go through makes you masculine.
No, the trauma that we go through doesn't make us masculine.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. If a woman has a tough life, she's tough. She's not a feminine woman. That whole speech was about being feminine, living in your femininity. When a woman has to struggle, when a woman has to be the mother and the father, the provider, that's trauma. That's making her hard. That's making her less able to be with a man that's going to make her feminine. She doesn't know how to be because she's always on guard. She's in fight or flight mode. That's who she is.
But he said in order when that woman heals, she has to become masculine. That's not true.
No. When he said she has to heal to become feminine. The masculinity is from the trauma that is caused. A man that goes through trauma makes him a better man. That's what he's saying. Men cannot be the man that they need to be with a soft, easy life. You cannot.
But you can't. Humans, this is the problem that we're having in society right now, right? We're having this battle of how men heal and how women heal, and we're taking the human out of it, right? So women have to go through things too in order to be strong. Women are humans. Everybody isn't going through life through the ebbs and the flows, the highs and the lows. Nobody has a life where they're not going to go through trauma. Every single person, we're going to lose our kids, we're going to lose our mother. All of this stuff is traumatic. It doesn't make us masculine. There's a difference between a woman being masculine and a woman being strong. And I think that there's a miss there. Like, I think there's a big miss when you say life has made a woman masculine as opposed to making her strong in some areas where she has to be a little stronger.
If a woman is single too long and has to deal with a lot of trauma, and trauma meaning just life stuff, just regular stuff, paying bills, just dealing with just being it. When the woman has to be the man in the house, she's more going towards the masculine side of her of who she is. You can't be feminine all the time when you live alone and you're a woman. You can't. You just can't. You have to pick up the pieces where the partner that's not there. So
But
when
I'm not masculine because I pick up a box in my house because I don't.
no, he's not saying that. He's not saying that. What he's saying is that the drama, the trauma that you go through will harden you. It will. That if you go through where you are by yourself all the time, you're paying bills, you're struggling, and you have no help, that's a trauma. That's hardening you.
It's not a trauma.
It is a trauma. That's something that you have to do it. You don't want to do it.
No, adults have to pay their bills. Adults have to take out their garbage. Everybody has to do these things. That doesn't harden us because we have to be.
That makes you an adult. You're correct. You do have to take care of yourself. But what we're saying is that when there is a lack of a partnership, when you have a child and you're doing that and you're trying to do all of this stuff by yourself, you are in a masculine season. And you have to be, because you just have to be. You have to take care of your house. That's what men do. You got to protect. You got to have structure. You got to provide. That is not what women are built for. Y'all don't do.
Grown human adults do.
But when you're in it, we're talking about in a union. When two people join in a household, the woman is supposed to go, you got it. In a good situation, and a good man, that he's supposed to, I got it. That's one thing about. I'm a good husband. I may have fallen short on the infidelity part and stuff like that. But as far as providing and knowing what you need and being, you didn't have to worry about no trauma. You have to worry about protecting the house. You have to worry about none of that stuff. That's what he's saying. And he said, too many women today, younger, 35 and under, there's a lot of masculine influences that are coming at you too. So not only are you now the single woman and you're dealing with it, the society, being feminine is so foreign. If you like, you are in between. You can be feminine and you can be masculine. There's some women out there that don't know how to be feminine. They have no clue. They talk to you, they call you bro. They don't know. And that's his podcast is a younger 35 and under type of crowd. Those are the women that he's dealing with. So that's why he's saying.
Well, he's dealing with influences of media.
True. Because music, everything. That is a big thing that people are not really paying attention. And the younger crowd, us being older, we're looking at that and we just shake our heads like,
right.
That's trifling. And people are not going to really understand how bad. If you want to see how bad it is, go hang out with some 30-year-olds. Go to a spot where 30-year-olds are and just post up and watch.
I have. I've seen them.
It's horrible.
Again, it's the influence that we didn't have all this social media, so we weren't in competition to be whatever is trending. So we were just being women.
Right.
So
and women over 45, they know how to be feminine. They do. Can they? That's the question. Women under 35, they don't even know how to be feminine. They don't even know how to talk feminine. You know, it's just like, and that's as a man, when you start, I've dealt with 20-something-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, and you can clearly tell between those women, and you're like, and there's something wrong with 35 and under. There's something wrong, and it's social media.
It's the internet. The internet is teaching them what normal is. Like the internet is showing them on videos. You got Ice Spice bent over twerking, talking about, she don't need a man. And then you got this one saying this, and you got this one getting the bag. This is all of that they're inundated with on a daily basis, that these are the things that are important in life. And unfortunately, it's horrible stuff for them, and that they're seeing too much, because you can see anything on the internet, and we didn't have that luxury. Thank God. I thank God every day.
When do you think that these young ladies are going to understand that they've been bamboozled?
When we start talking about it, when we start getting on platforms, like I was just talking about, like here on the New You Nation Network. If they're looking at podcasts where they're seeing the same thing and they're not learning anything, they're going to keep repeating that they're not going to see the okie doke. So this is why we have to have platforms like ours, where we have real conversations where we have soft conversations. We have content where we talk about being loving and kind, where we have fun in another way that's not the way that they're having fun. You know, smoking hookah. We looking at our young ladies and our young men right now, and they look 50. And we look 30.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to be mean, but it's because they're smoking hookah, they're drinking liquor, they're smoking Black and Milds, they puffing on this, they taking Mollies and Percocets and all of this stuff because it's in the music. And we're like, do y'all not see this? Because they don't see it because they're listening to their peers.
Right.
Y'all peers, y'all all messed up.
It's gonna all bottleneck, and when it does, it is going to be bad. And that's how I know that I'm really getting old, because I'm looking at this stuff and going like, I am so glad I'm not a part of this stuff. You know, because you just got to watch the train crash now. You just gotta like, it's gonna come off the rails.
Yep. So thank you. We love that. I love the clip that you sent me, because I'm just like, you know, some of us.
He does a good job of helping those women in that age bracket under 35. He's trying to give them answers of why they're doing those certain things that they don't want to listen. I mean, there was a young lady on one of these podcasts, was engaged 3 years and left her man because she wanted to go to Miami to be an influencer. Like, and the guy's looking like, hold up, you left a marriage to come to Miami. And it was like halfway through the podcast, through that question, like crystallized in front of her, she starts crying. And the guy's looking like, what happened?
Wow.
I'm telling you, this
reality happened, because there was a young lady too that broke up with her boyfriend to go do a meet and greet with Chris Brown.
Yeah, I saw that. He did, but that's insecurity on the boyfriend's part.
No. Listen, let me just say this. Let me say this. And I've heard this from you, and I've heard this from other men, that men thrive on respect. The way it wasn't that she went to see Chris Brown, it was the picture that she took with him. She had her leg up, he had his
but though that's the whole, that whole genre has been created with that. So somebody started that and they just kept going. Now, she could have just taken a picture with him, hugged him, however. But as a man, a grown man, Chris Brown don't want that girl. That girl ain't cute enough to be on Chris Brown's arm. He don't want her. So what? Why are you getting all bent out of shape of her taking a picture with a celebrity? That's just a crush. It ain't no regular dude.
It's not that she took the picture with him. It was the context of the picture.
He's just insecure. I dated somebody that the guy didn't like Chris Brown, and she was a big fan, and this and that. And I'm just like, you know, so she's looking at me. I said, I'm a fan. I like Chris Brown. My daughter made me a fan. I like him. I think he's very talented. And she's like, he wouldn't let me talk about him, or he wouldn't do it. And I'm just like, why are you?
That's different than your girl going to a Chris Brown meet and greet and being groped by him. There's a big difference. I'm sorry, if my man said I'm going to take a picture with Janet Jackson, and I saw a picture of him with Janet Jackson with his hands on her breast like this, I'm done with you. How dare you disrespect me and you got your hands on Janet's breast? No.
I mean,
No.
She fell into what everyone else was doing. Now, has she really paid attention to what type of man she was with, she would have known that he don't play that.
Right.
So if you learn your man and you know that he's got a little jealous streak in him, why would you put him in that position?
Why would you just even disrespect your man? That was disrespectful. And if that's if anything can entice you to disrespect me, it's like, does money control your loyalty? I don't want friends where money can control your loyalty, because you'd be like, well, I'm gonna do this because like some money involved. So a celebrity can have you act in any old kind of way. So if Chris Brown was interested and said, come back to the hotel with me, she would have went.
He don't want her. I mean, you gotta look at you gotta look at your woman. And if your woman is a baddie, then don't put her in them situations. But that chick was not no baddie, and he was okay. So
but I'm just saying, it's the content of your character and your integrity.
If anything, I'd have been mad at her spending $1,100 to take a picture.
Now that was the whole problem.
That's what I would have been mad at. I paid $300. No, I paid $250 for my daughter to take a picture with Chris Brown back in 2016. They weren't doing that stuff. That was just a regular picture. I paid $250. This is $1,100 now.
Wow, I ain't paying $250 to take a picture with nobody. If I listen, it ain't that serious for me. I don't care who you are. You could be Michael Jackson resurrected.
I got golden daddy points for that one. My daughter's a super fan, so
right. I understand. No, I understand you paying that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean,
$1,100. Y'all must be crazy.
$1,100. Oh my God!
And just imagine how much money he made.
Oh, see, his aunt did it when we were in Nashville in 2016. His aunt ran that, and all the money from that she got. So he doesn't have to give her money. So she was standing out there talking to people. You know, they had maybe 45 people there. So let's just say 30 people times 1,100.
I'm not playing with Chris.
What?
I'm not even playing.
That's what his aunt makes. He doesn't need the money. He's not getting any of the money. That's for his family. He lets his aunt have that.
Wow. Well, that's honorable. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. That's really honorable of Chris. Chris, if you need somebody to run your show and you come to New Jersey, I could do that for you. I could collect the 1,100 and you could just hug up on them girls and be good.
Think about it. He's doing 30 people, maybe 40 people. So $1,100, $40,000 a night.
For a hug. Stop.
I just people.
Daughters up. And
I just don't. I mean, people spend. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. $1,100 for a picture. I don't know about that one.
See, it's different. This is the difference. Like $1,100 for a LeBron James sneaker. That's an investment. No, like seriously.
Oh yeah, memorabilia. Yeah, okay, got it.
Right, that's an investment. Like $1,100 for a football sign. You know what I mean? But a hug in a picture, that picture ain't gonna be worth nothing. That ain't no investment.
I don't know where these people getting this money from. I seeing all these prom things and they walking out with. I mean, somebody's like they spent $15,000 on prom. Like, what are we doing as a race of people? Because it's only us doing this idiotic stuff, and you're doing a bust out the plastic like you're acting brand new in the projects. Like what? What are we doing?
Don't start. Our time is up already. We didn't get to our last question. We did not get, but we'll come to it next week. Y'all got to come back for our other question and more questions. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe. If you have a question, comment, or thought reaction, please send it to info@TreyKearney.com. We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name's Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts, people. Take time, think your things through, and make decisions that are not for today. You know, we have to do a better job of playing chess and not checkers.
Oh, okay. My final thought is, until you love yourself, the whole world is going to use you. That's it. That's all I got to say. Until you love yourself, remember this: the whole world is going to use you. So we'll see you guys next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. We're Looking for Love. We thank you guys so much. We really, really appreciate y'all. Please go and watch the replay and leave comments because it helps us out. So love y'all. Good night. Peace and blessings.
Thank you.